Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hayo. Thank you for stopping by again. I really appreciate it. And if this is your first time on this channel, you are definitely welcome. Do well to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so I get to see more of my content. Earlier on, I dropped a tutorial on how to cut this two-piece, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to sew it. And without further ado, let's get started. So right here guys, this is the back piece of our shirt, and here we have the two front piece, and as you can see here, I've gone ahead to iron and fold the bottom placket, and all you need to do is just to go ahead and fold half an inch, then you are going to fold 1 inch, and you're going to give it a very good press, just like I've done right here. And the next thing to do is to stitch the bottom placket all the way down, all right? But right here in this tutorial, we're not going to be stitching it. We are going to go ahead and use hemming gum to secure it, all right? We're going to put hemming gum in between the bottom placket, and we're going to give it a good press. And guys, that's exactly what I've done here. I've gone ahead to put hemming gum in between the bottom placket, and I iron it down. And as you can see, the bottom placket is secured. And right now, the next thing to do is to go ahead and cut off the excess on the neckline. And the next thing to do is to go ahead and align the front and the back together, right side facing right side, and we're going to join it at the shoulder. And after joining it at the shoulder, I'm going to go ahead and join the side. But while stitching the side, I'm going to make sure to leave some allowance, okay? So I'm just going to come up by about 4 to 5 inches, and I'll just join. When I'm stitching, I'll join from the armhole right to that point that I left, okay? And I'm going to repeat the same process to the other side. And guys, that's exactly what I've done. I've joined the shoulders together, and right here on the side, I've joined the side, and I left an opening right here, okay? So I stopped stitching here, and right here also I stopped stitching, and the amount of opening that I left is 5 inches. And right now guys, the next thing to do is to go ahead and fold the hemline. And in order to fold the hemline, we are going to fold the hem of the front separately and also the hem of the back separately. And right here guys, I folded the two piece at the front and also the piece at the back. And right now, the next thing to do is to go ahead and cut the collar for the neckline. And in order to do this, we are going to measure what we have on the neckline. And right here, I have 16 inches for the circumference of the neckline. And in order to cut the collar here, I have a hard paper stay, and we are going to be folding it in a bias form like so. And after measuring the round neckline, I got 16.5. So I'm going to divide that into 2. And here we have 8.25. So the next thing we need to do is to go ahead and find where we can get this value 8.5 on this bias. So I'll make sure to measure and see where I can get that. And after getting it, I'll just note it down with a point. And after doing this, the next thing to do is to place our tape measure at the apex, all right? And we are going to measure what we have from the peak to the point that we mark like this. And right here, I got 11 inches. So this 11 inches is what we are going to mark round, just like we mark our flare, all right? So I'm going to place the tape rule like so, and I'm going to mark 11 inches all around. And up next, I'll just connect all the points together. And right now, the next thing to do is to confirm that this line is exactly 8.25. And right here, what I have is 8.5, okay? So what I need to do is to go ahead and reduce the line, okay? So instead of 11 inches that I used earlier on, I'm just going to reduce that by 1/4 inch, all right? And I'm going to get another line that is going to be exactly 8.25, okay? And right here, I just confirm what I have on this line, and it's exactly 8.25. So I'll just go ahead and cancel the old line that we marked earlier on. And the next thing to do is to create the height of the collar. So I'm just going to come up on this line by 1 inch. Our collar is going to be 1 inch. So you're not going to put it like this. you are going to put it upward like so. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark 1 inch all the way around, and I'll just go ahead and connect the points together to create our collar. All right, and right here we have our collar, and the next thing to do is just to go ahead and cut out the pattern. And after cutting it, this is what the collar looks like. And right now I'll just go ahead and give it a curve around the edge here. This is actually optional, but most bishop collar usually have this curve around the edge. So what I'm gonna do is just to go ahead and trim off the unwanted part. And the next thing to do is to indicate which part is for the up and which part is the down. All right, and after that I'm just going to go ahead and iron this stay on our plain material. And that's exactly what I've done here. I've gone ahead to iron the stay on the plain material. I ironed the stay on the wrong side, okay? And the next thing to do is to go ahead and add 1/2 inch all the way around. So I'll use my chalk to eye mark this, and then after I marking it with the chalk, I'm going to cut it out. So right here, this is the collar. I've gone ahead to cut 2 pieces, and one has the stay and the other one doesn't have the stay. So the next thing to do is just to go ahead now and stitch it with 1/2 inch all the way around. And I'm going to leave the bottom part opened. And right here, I've gone ahead to stitch 1/2 inch all the way around, and I'll just give it a notch. Then I will flip it inside out and give it a good press. So guys, here is our collar. I've gone ahead to iron it, and on the part that has the stay, I went ahead to fold in 1/2 inch inward like so. All right, and the next thing we need to do is to go ahead and attach the part that doesn't have the stay. We're going to attach it on the wrong side of the neckline. So you are going to go ahead and find the midpoint of the neckline and also the midpoint of the collar. Then you are going to align it, and you are going to stitch it on the wrong side of the shirt, okay? And after stitching it on the wrong side of the shirt, we are going to flip it to the right side, and we are going to top stitch the collar. And that's exactly what I've done here. I've gone ahead to attach the collar to the shirt. And the next thing to do, guys, is to get stripes of fabrics that we've already sewn. All right, you'll need 4 of this, and this is what we are going to use for the ruche at the side, okay? So these stripes are about 30 inches long. And the next thing to do, guys, is to open up the shirt, and on the side here, we are going to insert one of the ropes on each of the side, okay? So you are going to insert the rope like so, all right? And you can start your ruching right from the waist area or 2 inches down the waist area. But right in this tutorial, I'm just going to go up by 1 inch from where we stopped our stitch, okay? And I'm going to place the rope there, and we are going to stitch and secure the rope inside like so. And right here, guys, this is what it looks like after inserting the rope. And this is what it looks like on the right side. I've also inserted the rope on the other side here. And after ruching it, you would have something like this. And the next thing to do, guys, is to add the sleeves. And right here, guys, on the sleeve, I've gone ahead to stitch the allowance that we left there, and this is the band that we are going to attach to the sleeve. All right, and the next thing to do, guys, is to go ahead and stitch it like so, okay? So just open up your sleeve, and you are going to fold it into 2 like so, right side facing right side, and we are going to be stitching 1/2 inch sewing allowance that we left on it, okay? And after doing that, we are going to flip it like so. And then we're going to go ahead and attach it to the hem of the sleeve like so. Remember that there's going to be pleatings on the sleeve here. All right, so we're going to pleat it and we're going to attach it to the band. And right here, guys, that's exactly what I have done. I've gone ahead to attach the band to the sleeve, and the next thing to do is to go ahead and install the sleeve to the shirt. And right now, this is what it looks like after attaching the sleeve to the shirt. And I'll go ahead and attach buttons on the shirt off camera. And the next thing to do is to go ahead and sew the trousers. And to do this, I'll pick one piece from the front and one piece from the back, and I'll align it together and I'll stitch on the side. And I'll repeat the same process to the other front and the back piece. And this is it after stitching it together. And the next thing I'll do is to open it up and I'll align both pieces together like so. And right now the next thing to do is to shape the trouser. So to do this, I'll come to the waist area here and I'll measure what I have there, and I'll minus half of my waist from there, and the remaining part, the remaining value is what I'll use for the allowance. Okay, so I'll spread it on both sides like so. Okay, and the next thing to do is to come down to the hip area, right, and you're going to measure half of your hip. All right, and whatever is left, you're going to share it on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the points together on both sides, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch it. So here, guys, I've gone ahead to stitch the crotch area and I cut off excesses on it. And right now I'll just go ahead and rearrange the trouser so that the side stays on the side and the crotch stays at the center. And right now the next thing to do is to align the crotch properly, and we are going to stitch the inseam. And that's exactly what I've done. I've gone ahead to stitch the inseam, and the next thing to do is to fix the zip and the band. And I'm going to fix the zip at the side, so I went ahead to open up the side for the zip. And for the band of this trouser, I'm going to go ahead and measure what we have here on the waist, and that is what we are going to use in order to cut the band. And here I've gone ahead to cut out the band, and it is 2 inches on fold. So the next thing I'll do is just to go ahead and fix the band, fix the zip, and I'm also gonna hem in the bottom part of the trouser. And here, guys, I've already gone ahead to install the zip. I also attached the band, and here my band has an overlap. I'm going to attach a button or hook and eye later on. And here on the trouser, I also went ahead to fold the hem. And this is what the two-piece looks like. So lovelies, if you find this video helpful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It will mean a whole lot to me, okay? And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that and click on the notification bell so that you get to see more of my content. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.